Hey, welcome to Basic Public Speaking, and I am your professor, Christy Thomas. So, let's get into some more information about topics and research and organization and flow and all that good stuff. So, we've already done choosing a topic. That was fun. And then we talked about different ways to research it, which is always a blast. Sorry, I gotta as you can tell, I change locations a lot when I do my videos, and this is a new one, so I'm hoping my computer cooperates and it doesn't get too crazy shaky on y'all. So, with that being said, this chat video, this little info here, covers different ways we can back up information within our speeches. So, it's just, we've talked about research, now it's just kind of ways of applying our research or facts or information, just kind of putting it into our speeches. So there's really it's speech supports, if you know, it's the supports within the speech. And there's really 5 basic kinds that are used in speeches. Again, if you see me looking off camera, it's because I've got my notes beside me, so I make sure I'm covering what I need to cover. There's facts, statistics, testimony, examples, and stories. And I'm just going to kind of touch base on all of them because, again, this information is also on documented on Learner Reviews for the chapters and PowerPoint presentation. So I'm just kind of reiterating what's the information that's already posted to the content folders. Okay, so the different supports. Let's talk about facts. Facts, these are the truths. In a few videos, we talked about researching and speaking your truth or speaking the truth. It is our duty ethically as speakers to present the truth or present truths. You don't want to go into speech and spew lies. You don't want to build a foundation to your audience based on lies. It's the ethical way, it's the ethical reasoning that we stand behind. You want to speak the truth. You want to give all the factual information, and your stance come from factual information. Okay. So facts are pretty straightforward. Those are truths. And you can think, I'm sure you've seen the truth ads that you've seen online or on TV commercials and stuff, and they give you facts and statistics, which we'll also discuss here in a minute, about the effects of smoking. First-hand, second-hand, third-hand smoke. Just the varying degrees and what it actually, and it presents facts. So that's what we're talking about. These are the truths. Facts. We know the sun rises. Fact. We know the sun sets. That's a fact. We know that the earth is round. We didn't always accept that, but that's fact. We know it's round. There's facts, hard truths. So there's variable facts that people will question, but that's not the point of this conversation. So facts are our truths. Again, that one's pretty straightforward. Let's move on to statistics. So statistics are the quantitative measures of amount, size, or number of something. Statistics are facts delivered in numbers. So you have facts, which are your truths. Statistics are also truths, but these are more numerical. 4 out of 5 dentists prefer, or 4 out of 5 doctors prefer, or, in a ratio of 51%, statistics are the facts given to us in numbers. And they're great uses within speeches, especially when you're giving information, especially in persuasive speeches. Statistics come in handy depending on your topic, but statistics are a numerical fact. So we have facts and we have statistics, which are numerical facts. Facts are truth and statistics are numerical facts. Okay, great. Testimony. Let me go pull up the testimony information here. Testimony is it's the sharing of viewpoints, perspectives, or opinions of individuals. So there's a few different types of testimony. There's expert testimony. And this is information or viewpoints that's shared by someone who is an expert in their field, or in the field, or in the topic. They use expert testimony in law cases. It's someone who's well versed in a specific area or topic, subject. It's it's testimony. It's expert testimony. So, and they're pretty widely acknowledged as like, oh, that's who I need to talk to when it comes to that's what we're going with here, expert testimony. There's also, there's expert testimony, lay testimony. Lay testimony is the discussion from everyday folk. So just everyday you and I lay testimony. So we have expert testimony and we have lay testimony, and all that falls under, is viewpoints. So we have expert viewpoints, we have the everyday viewpoints. If you're attending a speech or a rally or something on, I don't know, perhaps you're wanting to add lights. Thinking then, well, we have a center lane here to turn, but perhaps we should also add a light here because the traffic can be, there's been so many accidents. Or perhaps we need to add a stop sign at the end of this juncture to assist in traffic flow to cause less accidents. And you could talk, lay individuals would be people that travel that route or live there and experience, oh, there's a high volume of wrecks because, no one insert here. So we have expert testimony, we have lay testimony, and the last is, that falls under, is personal experience, and that's obviously deriving from you. So if you present a case and you have someone knowledgeable in the field, that's your expert. Everyday other people is lay. And if you're pulling from your own experiences, that's personal testimony. Well, I can attest, I drive this road every single day, and there's no stop sign, and you can't see. So I had a wreck here 2 months ago because of these conditions. So those are your bubble under testimony. You have expert, and these are well-known, well-acknowledged. They know their field, they know their topic, they know what's going on. They're the experts in this world. Then there's everyday people. That's your lay testimony. And then you're pulling from yourself, which is personal experience. And again, all this is that testimonial bubble. So we have facts, which is your truths. We have statistics, which is your numerical truths. Then we have testimony. After testimony, we fall into examples. And examples are an illustration of the fact or the claim. So you would, you're showing, well, if we do this, then this will happen. Or this town adopted this, and this is what happened. Or this school did this. It's the physical illustration. Oh, let's see if I can pull an example or show a good example. So they're illustrative, and they can be descriptive illustrators. Now this is going to be really kind of like random example, and example of an example I'm going to give you. Have you ever watched Golden Girls? Sophia, picture this. It's Sicily, 1912. She's creating a descriptive example in her story. Boom, boom, boom. So it's both illustrative, physically illustrative, and descriptive, verbally illustrative examples. That's what's all, and then that kind of bleeds into the next and last section of your speech grouping, or I'm sorry, your speech supports. and that's stories or narratives. And stories or narratives are your personal interjection into speeches, or stories and narratives from others onto the topic. So we have truths under facts, we have numerical truths or statistics, we have testimony, you have examples, which are the illustrative descriptive of your story, your point, and then stories and narratives themselves. With all of these, there's different ways to use conjecture and contextual reasoning within speeches is using your information to guide you in the right speech. So different speeches will call for different types of support. You know, persuasive speeches use a lot of statistics and use a lot of facts. Well, everything uses a lot of facts, but you use a lot of statistics and examples in persuasive speeches. And for informative and celebratory speeches, you get more of the examples and you get more of the narratives and stories, especially when it comes to celebratory speeches. Examples and stories. You may have numerous people. Think of in tribute speeches of like musicians or famous people, and other people are speaking about them. Kevin Costner gave the eulogy to Whitney Houston's funeral. And it was, you know, there were stories interlaced with that. When there are public ceremonies, stories are interlaced. When we do, you know, where were you on this day? People will interject their own stories. Well, I remember being here. 9/11, the anniversary of 9/11 just happened. So on social media and on newscasts and on media shows, a lot of I can recall where I was on 9/11 and the story, they gave their story. They gave their truth. This is what and how they were affected. And the same happens, think of in memory days, like Veterans Day and Memorial Day and stuff, especially on social media, people give the truths. It could be a veteran or someone, or it could be a family member paying their respects to a specific person, and they're using their narrative truths for their story. Persuasive speeches, you use more of the statistics because you're wanting to give all the truths, and you're wanting the audience to hear you and to agree with you, whether it be yay or nay. You want them to agree. So in doing so, you give them numerical facts so that they can see. And then you give examples. And it could be descriptive examples, or it could also be, you know, visual examples. You show them the statistics. You show them pie charts. You show them graphical charts. This is what we're talking about here. Informative speeches, you have facts. If you're doing a how-to, you're going to give us facts. You're going to interject personal stories into it. You're going to make it believable. I don't want to say make it believable because it is believable, but you want to interject yourself into it to get the audience to really pay attention, to really get in, you know, so that they get the information you're wanting them to get out of it. Let me make sure it's all okay. So guys, that's really it for speech support. There's those 5 main ones. You have 5 general ones, excuse me. Facts, statistics, testimony, examples, and story narratives. So think about the speeches that you're doing and how you can take this information that you've gotten from your research after you've chosen your topic and how it can play into your speech. Okay guys, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.